The other day I went and picked up my starts. I got quite a few of them, but as I was getting them, I showed how you need to look to make sure you get more than one plant in a start. That makes whatever you're paying for even cheaper. This is basil, and look how many that should be in here. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it may be 5 or 6 in here. But after I picked them up and I posted that video, I had tons of people asking me, how do you separate them without tearing them apart? How do you get them apart? So I thought I'd come on today because I'm getting ready to plant them and show you just how I do it. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys in closer so you can watch exactly how to get these separated. Okay, so this is basil, and this is the one I'm going to separate first. These other two are just sitting here so that they can keep my plastic down. First thing you want to do is let them dry out a little bit. If you pick up a start and you realize it looks like it's just been watered, let it just sit outside for a day or so and kind of dry out. It's not going to die, but just let it go ahead and see if you can get it to dry out a little bit. Then you want to take the container and squeeze it. You're squeezing it to loosen it from the sides of the container. Gently with your hand over the herb or plant, turn it upside down and look. You're looking to see how many of these roots are coming through the holes. And this is why you want it to dry out a little bit. They're a little bit easier to handle. Some people like doing it wet, some people like doing it dry. So that's kind of one of the things that you'll have to figure out as you go along and do it. Then just start squeezing upside down for it to come out. Okay, so as you can see, all the roots came out of the bottom. There are none still stuck to the container. That's because they were nice and dry and they just they're almost crumbly. These aren't that dry. So now you need to break apart this dirt. Gently is the key. Just again, as we squeeze the container, squeeze the dirt. Have something under it like I have this plastic. And just go around gently squeezing it. You're trying to remove as much of the soil as you can so that you can get to the actual roots in each individual plant. So I'm going to just keep squeezing and keep letting it fall off. Just let the soil fall off. Just don't pull, push. Push in and just squeeze it. Squeeze it. Keep squeezing it. Gently roll it around. Gently toss it. You're gently doing this. You don't want to take it and pull it apart. If you do that, you're going to break your roots up. And you need to have some roots on each one that you want to plant. Now, when you do this, sometimes you do lose roots. You may lose one of these. May find out that they're connected at the bottom and you only have 2 or 3, but that's fine. It's better than one. So we just want to keep shaking. See all the soil that's coming off, and you have some roots down there that are going to break off, and that's fine. That's why you want to get it in your soil and so it can acclimate. Just gently, and as you see, keep squeezing, and now it's starting to separate. Gently though. The key here is to be as gentle as possible. Keep shaking, keep shaking, keep shaking. At the end of the day, you want to have roots on everything. Eventually, they're going to come apart because that dirt is going to fall off. The dirt is what's holding it together, or the soil. As you can see, these two are now separating. They're coming apart, but you still need to be gentle so you won't break up those tender little roots. Just keep being gentle. Takes a little time and effort, but as you see, now these have been separated. So now I feel like I still have like 3 or 4 over here and 2 or 3 over here. So I'm gonna lay that one down, and I'm gonna keep doing the same thing over here. The most important thing is when we get through, seeing which ones have roots still left on them. And it doesn't matter if they have a ton of roots or just a few roots. You just need them to have roots. Okay, this one is separating from there. Okay, this one I've got completely separated. And as you can see, here are roots on there. And this is one stem, one plant. Now this is one basil. Set it aside. And just continue to do that with all of them. You have to have a little patience. Squeeze it and shake, getting that soil off of them till they seem to break apart. That's what you want. The roots are intertwined and you want them to come apart. The drier it is, the easier it is to get them apart. So I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of these apart, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have gotten all my basil separated, okay? This basil cost me $1.97, $1.97 before taxes, okay? Because I was diligent and I looked at all of them in the store, I now have, this is one, see the roots are on there? This is one. Lay that aside. This is 2, plenty of roots on there. This is 3. Roots are on there. See the roots? This is 3. This is 4. See the roots? 4. This is 5. 5. This is 6. Lots of roots. This is 7. Okay, this is 7. All right, and here's a tiny, tiny bitty one. See that little bitty one? But guess what? It has roots. See the roots? Little tiny one. And yes, I'm planting it. Okay, so $1.97, rounded up to $2, okay? Because we know we pay some tax. A little bit more than that. At the end of the day, this basil cost me 25 cents per plant. A quarter. Why would I want to start my seeds indoors? That's a lot of work. When I just drove over to the store, searched through all of them, said, ooh, this one has a lot in it, I'm gonna go separate them. Now I have 8 plants and I didn't have to do the work. I mean, you know, to each his own. I'm not knocking nobody for doing anything. Gardening is an individual thing, and you can do whatever you love and that makes you happy and that makes you grow your own. But for me in my house, hi buddy, it starts and direct sowing all the way, okay? So I will be planting this basil all around the bed of my tomatoes, which looks like, let's see, this is my cherry tomato. Looks like I got 3 of them in there. Getting ready to separate these and plant these all up, okay? After I get everything planted, I'll show you my garden from then. That will be another video. All right. Want more videos like this? Subscribe and share it out. I'm Pam. This is Zone 8A. And anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.